What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the SmashMuck Champions Power Hour. I'm your host, Deleted, your friendly community manager, and with me today we have Ben Rogers, lead game designer,
Hi.
Jake Garuski, our lead game developer,
Howdy.
Alan White, our art director.
Hello.
Yeah, I knew you were there. And then Keith Patches, another programmer on SmashMuck Champions.
Yo.
So today we're going to be talking about Platimus and all that good stuff. We're going to be showing off his skills and everything today. We're actually going to play him. It's going to be a lot of fun. I actually just started playing a little bit. But first, let's talk about what we're working on, and we'll fill in the community on the happenings inside the SmashMuck dev team. So let's start talking about the skill swaps we have planned that Patches is working on. Keith, you want to talk about some of them? Or do you want me to do it?
Basically, we've got Ninjet's new skill. It was kind of requested on the forums. And what she'll do is she'll drop a smoke bomb, blinding all enemies nearby, and then she'll dash away.
Yeah, it's going to be sweet.
It's pretty nice. It's actually really fun to use. It replaces grapple, though, so you have to give that up. And the other skill that I did was SmashMuck. We're replacing his blow the man down with his Kraken cannon that shoots off an ink blast at the enemies. So the first person hit causes an explosion, and everybody around that person is blinded.
That's sweet. And then we have a third one, don't we?
The usual one is going to be worked on Thursday.
Okay, cool. Are you prototyping any other stuff?
I've actually got a pretty big list of prototype stuff.
That's gonna be sweet. Checking all that stuff out. I know we have a 3v3 conquest map that we'll be checking out either next week or the following week. We also have custom games that we can play or try out, but that'll be we'll see where that is at the end of the week.
We can run the conquest map tonight.
Oh yeah, that is true. We'll see how long the Platimus stuff takes. Yeah.
Yeah,
the
I
same
think we'll
time.
save that.
Don't want to use all the good stuff. I don't want to overload the community with all the awesome things we have. The conquest map and then custom games and Platimus. That's a lot of stuff. But yeah, what else can we talk about that we're working on? Alan, are you working on anything interesting?
I am getting everything squared away for PAX.
Oh yeah, we checked out a possibility or a possible booth people yesterday.
Yeah, we talked to the booth people, so waiting to get design stuff back from them at this point. And then just getting like lists made of all the other stuff we gotta get together. So
Yes, all the
it's looking
swag,
good.
all that good stuff. Jake, what are you working on?
I worked this week on setting up Platimus and continuing custom game stuff.
Sweet. I'm excited about custom games. I know a lot of people were asking for it, and we're finally going to show it to them, so it's going to be good. Ben, what are you working on?
Oh, what am I not working on is the real question. it's a deep answer. But basically, let's see. I got Skade's bus skin done. I went ahead and did a whole new skin for Ninjet for her skill swap weapon. It is a. Can I talk about the geisha? It's a geisha skin Ninjet. I'm gonna do it anyway. And instead of a sword, this is a fan, which is actually pretty cool. And I'm gonna love what Nick does to make that fan attack right. But that's the one that's gonna have this mom. And we started doing we're starting to look up for some exclusive crafting skins and crafting weapons.
Yes.
On top of that, I'm doing some Uzalo fixes. So there's some things that are going to come down the pipe for Uzalo and a new skill swap for that, which I don't know if we can talk about. And the coolest new thing that we've had going on at the studio is on Thursday nights we're doing type whatever you want tonight. So we have the programmers take off their usual schedule, and we just kind of pick a skill swap that we want to add in terms of content, and we put it together. And the coolest one that I've seen has been the Autolus skill swap. I don't know if you guys have seen the skin for it, but it's Nautilus with big boxing gloves, and he does a bunch of and it's basically this is my favorite skill. It's super overpowered right now, but basically he can hold down the skill and streams kind of like how Dr. Jennifer's heal streams, whereas the longer you hold it down, the more ticks of it are going to occur. But basically, every time you hold it down, he gets every second he gets to dash a little bit in a direction, and everybody that he hits in that direction takes damage. So he's just throwing punches back and forth. So you can go back and forth, swiping the mouse back between these guys and punch really quick. It's also good for escaping. If you're trying to get away from somebody, you got a lot of energy, you can use it to dash across the map, which is pretty cool. But the coolest part about it is the part we haven't implemented yet, which is when you hit a guy with it, you can put a little birdie on their head, and they have little Tweety birds that'll float around on their head. And then when you hit a guy who's got 3 Tweety birds, he's going to be knocked down, and you're just going to clear all the Tweety birds. So if you have it long enough and you can pummel a guy, you basically get a free knockdown. It's quite a bit of hits you got to put on a guy before it knocks him down. So it's going to swap out the leap. So it's a partial mobility, but it's also great for clearing out like waves of bots in Siege. Whereas the jump would just do a little bit of damage to everybody around that. You can just pummel these guys back and forth, and then, with Platimus you can get energy back. But there's a whole bunch of ways to get your energy back after you're hitting him. But yeah, so it's definitely a trade in terms of his overall kind of leaping mobility. But I think it's just the coolest one to look. Like putting these debuffs on guys and beating them with your normal fists is pretty fun too. But
That's true.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, it makes me want to play Nautilus a bunch more. So
I'm a big fan of combo champions. I just like anything that combos, so that sounds interesting to me.
It's good. We're trying to figure out kind of a balance between it's overboard right now, where it's really mobile, but it drains your energy really quickly. We're trying to find a medium ground where you can't just use it to grab the plunder ball and then use it all the way back to your beating everybody. So
yeah, for sure.
Which is kind of fun. When we first had it running at like 10 unit dashes, it was taking you all the way around the map. It was pretty hilarious.
Otto was just gliding through with everything.
He's just clean. He's got no animation, so it looks like he's roller skating around.
That's awesome.
In little movements. So yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
That's my favorite thing so far this week. Hopefully we'll have that thing ready to go. But I've also played with the Ninjet Smoke Bomb, which is really cool because you blind him and then you can quickly use the stealth skill, and then he has no idea where you are. Which is a really cool combo from that ability.
Yeah, I think that dash is going to have so much more utility than the grapple does. No, I know Jake likes slingshot off of people with that grapple, but I think the dash is going to be just as good, if not better.
Oh yeah, I mean the dash is great. Now it's not a leap like there was suggested in the forum post, but that's because we already have he's the fastest champion, and we have an issue with giving him that much mobility. The ability to jump is probably the second highest amount of mobility we usually have.
Yeah.
But other than that, we put in the mainframe switch that was suggested on the forum for the trait. That should go into the patch tomorrow.
Is it on the middle server right now?
I believe it is. So the
let's
mainframe.
test it out.
Let me take a look.
Well, let me check it out too.
Yeah, it's in.
Okay.
I've got to do a new icon.
So mainframe's old triggered on a crit, and it would set guys on fire on crit. Instead of doing that, it was kind of out of character for him. And now he's one of the champions with kind of an inbuilt combo with catching guys on fire. If they suffer ignition, which, as you know, is his first skill, he gets to deal extra damage with his basic attack, and then he steals energy from them, or he just gains energy. So if you can hit people on fire with your basic attack, you can maintain your energy levels pretty effectively with this mainframe trait now. So look for those guys on fire and shoot them. It's a lot more fun than the existing skill or trait, which was just on crit.
Yeah, it was just a dice roll.
Yep.
Sweet.
So keep coming up with neat traits that are neater than the ones we came up with, and we will put them in, because I really do like the idea of a more active and more fun kind of combo system with the traits.
Speaking on community feedback, we would like feedback on a couple of things, actually. the new skill swap for the bone skate skin. I know a lot of people saw that one before. I'll have to post it up again. I'll
Yeah.
make sure to do that again on
It's been
tomorrow.
a good long time.
Yeah, it's been a while, so I'll have to dig it out of the archives of the SmashMuck Aquarius folder. But yeah, expect that tomorrow. We're looking for feedback. Any skill swap, any skills for that skin are more than welcome. We're also looking for feedback on what was it that we were looking for? A second trait for Platimus. But we'll talk about that once we get there for Project Platimus. But yeah, we're looking for a second passive trait for him. So just keep your mind ready for that.
I've got some ideas, and I think that's going to come down to if we change some skills, we may throw something on the trait. I'm thinking about putting the increased gestation time on Platimus as a trait, as a passive.
Okay, cool.
He's near it. It would just increase, so that way we could free up that third. I'm rambling. All right, continue.
All right. So I guess I'll do my stuff that I've been working on. I updated the FAQ on the forum, so you can now the FAQ is a little bit updated. I still have to update a lot of other stuff on it, but for right now it's pretty good. And then while we were at our corporate offices the past 2 days, we talked about the game ambassador program, which is pretty much the moderator program. So you can expect that going active or going live soonish, hopefully. It depends on how fast our people back in Atlanta send our stuff back. So expect that, and then
You just intensive background checks and screens go on. Right?
yes.
I believe you've got to submit. You got to come down here, mail in a photo ID. I believe there's a cavity search.
Yep.
We get your DNA.
3 or 4 blood tests.
Yeah, you've got to sign off on some just general rights. Power of attorney.
You're scaring people off. I don't need. Oh, man.
This is pretty standard stuff, guys.
It's just come on.
Yeah.
And then we have a couple of other programs that I'm working on. One will be the Alliance sponsorship program, which will be giving people pretty much Cloudware coins to start their own alliance, and we want them to, just invite a mass amount of players and just help them out, new players, helping them out and learning the ways of SmashMuck. So you can expect that going live. I don't know yet. I don't know when that will go. It's final. It's not final yet. There's a lot of changes being done. And then, of course, the Project Platimus. Next time we'll have, or not next week, but the following week, hopefully, you'll see a spotlight, a champion spotlight, or scattering report is what we call them. So you'll see a Project Platimus scattering report, which I'm really excited to test that out. But, let's get into the meat and bones, or whatever you want to call it, of the actual live stream, and let's test that.
Don't eat the bones, by the way.
I hate the bones. I hate the bones.
Joke on the bones.
I hate that commercial so much. But let's go in and.
I found a bug in the menu, Jake.
Oh no.
Just letting you know. I'll write it down for later.
The custom one. The custom menu.
The custom games menu is broken.
Hey, why don't you bring up Platimus in the champion preview? It's
Yeah,
actually the first time I've seen Platimus with all the skin and texture put on.
there we go.
Mm-hmm.
There
I
we
think
go.
this texture is actually slightly out of date.
Oh, yeah.
I think there's an updated one where he has a tongue.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hey, where's his tongue?
I don't know. It's missing.
I'm upset. I am upset.
It's like now it's a mystery.
Look at that awesome like Space Marine chest armor he has. I did not realize that's what it was going to look like. That is some sweet filigree.
I like his.
You know what the word filig means. We're a nerd.
Yeah.
He looks pissed. I mean, Platimus just literally he looks angry. Like I've never seen like an angry duck, but I imagine that's what an angry duck would look like.
We don't even have his story.
Yeah,
Down.
I just love his idols just throwing that egg up in the air, like it's like it's a baseball. Like if he drops that thing, that's gonna break. Egg. What are you doing? Don't do that.
What is your wife gonna say?
Yeah.
Baby, I
He
dropped
did
the
a
eggs.
great job.
Yeah, he looks great. Yeah, we got to get that. Yeah, we got to get him in motion here. I want to see some. None of the tooltips work.
Yeah, he's missing his tooltips. He's missing his voiceover and his taunt. But other than that, he's in the game. He's playable. His abilities are there, and it's all awesome.
Okay, so I've been talking to our guy who's doing the writing for the Platimus, and we got an impasse. We don't know if he's going to want to sound